so we built a lot of product around it. So I always wanted to move to the product, but then I couldn't, right? So the balance. So when you move to the product, the servicing is paying your bills, so you got to balance that stuff out. So you have a bunch of developers working on the servicing, then you got to move them to the product. So the balance, it was damn easy. So I wouldn't lie if I said that. It was crazy hard. So it's just that, like you plan for the product, 2 weeks, and then a client comes in, you know what, I need this done urgent, right? I need it tomorrow. And you're like, I don't want to lose the client, so you get on to building that stuff. So the product is always kept, it keeps delaying. So it is hard to balance that. So we could never keep building the product in the pace that we wanted. And none of the products survived. So all the product that we built, Everyman, a bunch of our other products around affiliate networking, none of them survived because we couldn't fuel it. So we were actually white labeling for a client in Australia. So he was giving all the jobs to us. So we were just doing work for him. So one fine day, he was like, you know what, I had to choose between either you guys or another team in Chennai, the same city that I live. And that was Judgment Day, right? So we had to take a choice. It was really hard because we were making a decent amount of money to fund the whole thing through services, but we were not sure what is going to happen on the other side. But you know what, this itch has been with me for a long time, so I was like, let me bite the bullet and go ahead with it. So I took the road less traveled, and I didn't know what was coming there. My life made a complete U-turn after I took that. So just a week before I took the call, had my marriage, the wedding plan. So it's like, till then I was alone, the risk was on me, so it was an easy thing to do, right? And now I have another person whom I have to take care of, and planning a wedding is like, you know how it is here. So it was all adding a lot of stress. And leaving the safety bet, we were making money with something and you gotta leave that. So that was also a hard decision for me. Then I have a lot of financial stress on me as well, because the product that we didn't even know what product we were gonna build. We just had an idea that we just need to build a product, right? So the future was really vague. I didn't know what to expect out of it. So that was adding a lot of stress as well. So time is ticking, right? So you have a business, you need to make money, you need to pay salaries, take salaries. Nothing was happening there. So did the stress around it. So we actually, Infinite WP was in our, so we had just the idea and the design for it while we were doing servicing, but then we didn't decide to start with it. We wanted to do another product, a mobile skin for a shopping cart. But once we get on building that, we thought, it'd be best to build a product that we already had, all the idea drafted, the screens drafted. So Infinite WP was born. No idea how much we could make with it. No idea how many users we would get. So this is our first product that we're making, so we are clueless all the way. Clueless and stressful all the way. So we went on, in a way, we took the choice. So me and my two co-founders, and we had another employee with us. So we started building, we launched the beta in 3 months, and then we fixed bugs for the next 8 months. And till then, thankfully, the old client still had a lot of pending jobs with us, so it was helping us to give the runway, but till now it was making $0. We didn't make even a single dollar with Infinite WP. So premium add-ons launched. So it's a freemium model. So we launched the free version in 3 months, then we were fixing bugs for the 8 months, and now the premium add-ons are getting ready, and we are like testing it, and we just want to be sure that we get it right. We don't want to be a failure, and we don't want to make mistakes, because this is a fresh product, and we've spent probably a year developing the whole thing. So we were just testing it. And one of my colleagues was like, it looks like we're studying for exam. Like, we keep on studying, but then not going right the exam, right? So let's launch it. So we kind of pressed the launch button, panicking, not sure what to expect out of it, like how much it's gonna make. It's gonna be like maybe $100 or not even a single dollar, not sure. But fortunately, it was making sale, a lot of it. It's probably a lot than what we made the whole entire year doing servicing. So that was a total surprise for us. So it was exciting to go through that phase. You know, like I still remember the days. Like we just pressed. So we use MailChimp. We just pressed the MailChimp button, and looking at our PayPal email, the emails started coming in. So that's a rewarding feeling for all this 1 year of like sleepless nights we had. So it was easy, right? So we got our first product right. So it got in my head, and I was like, yeah, I could build more products like Infinite WP. Like I figured it out. Nah, it wasn't the case. We built multiple products after that. So probably in 2 years' time, we built all these products, and none of them took off. So I would say we were really, really fortunate with Infinite WP. But then Infinite WP was not just 1 year of work, like it was 4 to 5 years of work. So the success wasn't overnight. It was like happening in batches. And we couldn't figure the next product for a long, long time. So it is not easy once you figure it out for the first time. It doesn't come easy the second time. I mean, every entrepreneur goes through that phase. So this is my story of how I came into product company, and I would like to share more on what we understood as a company from doing servicing and product, and what to expect out of this both. So knowing what to build, right? So the problem with us for the last 2 years that we couldn't figure out the next product was we were just building something that people didn't want. Like we were just dreaming those problems. We didn't know what to build. And with servicing, it's a different game altogether, right? So the client gives you the complete spec, and you just go by it. So the product, that is kind of the hard thing to get started. And once you get that rolling, then like it gets figure out like, okay, I see this problem and I can build a solution. So we as developers, we can always solve the problem. But the problem is we don't know whether what we solve is required by a bunch of people who are ready to take the credit card out and give it to you, right? So once you cross that phase, then product gets a lot of momentum. But with services, it's a whole different issue. You don't have to put your head there. You just get the data from the client and you just launch it. Growth. So once you get that initial momentum on products, then like you can do multiple stuffs to keep growing. Like you can invest on PPC, SEO, social marketing, and you could just like improve what you build and keep growing. Like you will make money when you're sleeping, right? So once you got the initial engine that's working around the clock for you. But with client servicing, you need to go into each phase. You need to complete each project, and it's not that you're going to get more clients or you're going to complete more projects over your sleep. So it goes in two different directions. So it's something that you need to put yourself into and start thinking how you want to go. Customer support, right? So with products, customer support is really, really important because you have your competition, a bunch of people doing around-the-clock support, and they're killing it, right? With servicing, the other way around, like you could just have two people mailing your client and you could tell them, this is the time zone that I'm working on, and you don't have to have 24/7 support, you don't have to do technical support, sales support, so like you have a different game altogether. So support plays a huge role, and in the last 2 years, the customers are differentiating companies by the amount of support they do. This company does great support, so even though I have a few hiccups, I would still stay with them. So this is another factor that you have to consider when you're looking to go into product or servicing. Continuous updates, right? So with servicing, you get a new project every time, and you just get a new code out of it. But here, to stay in the competition, you need to continuously update the product. But the positive thing about products are, whenever you update, your user base grows. Like you add more feature, you can acquire more users into the system. So you get a bigger bandwidth of users with you just focusing on updates. But with client servicing, it's a new job every time, right? So that's the reason I always wanted to move to products. Marketing. So marketing is another important aspect for product. Like you got Google Ads, and they're like the same competitors in your category is gonna bid higher. So you're gonna have a lot of competition around it, and you need to hire your sales process, or you need to put your sales funnel into it. So that's like a lot of work for you to get it right, time test it, spend a lot of time doing, and it's not something written that you get it right. So some people get it right, some people don't. So it's always a trial and error process. But here on the other side with servicing, you still market it, but you're not expecting a huge number of users to come in your way. Like you just want probably 5 to 6 clients. And most of it would be coming back with word of mouth reference, and that exactly doesn't happen in product. It does happen, like word of mouth does happen, but only for a little while. Maintenance. So when you go to product, you gotta keep it up. You can't afford the downtime, and you need to make sure the development is going, the servers are up, your release, and a bunch of stuff, right? So you gotta make sure everything is running for your customers. So with Infinite WP, it's always a nightmare whenever you are not maintaining the product. So with Infinite WP, you gotta make sure that it's secure, because 500,000 WordPress site is using it right now. So we gotta make sure that we have everything sorted, and if there's a vulnerability report in our email, it kind of makes my heart pump, right? So how soon are we gonna patch it? How are we gonna do this? So with services, it's a different story. You got the whole client taking care of it. All you have to do is make sure you write a decent code, ship it out, and have them maintain it for you. So the next thing is constant innovation, right? So there's always, if you got a product that's working, then you're gonna have a lot of competitors standing just beside you, So you got it right, so let me make it cheaper, or let me give something for free, or I'm gonna take some of your users. So you gotta be on the edge of constantly innovating how better you could do. So what features you could add, what functionalities that you could build that's better, that the user want. So that's always there. So you gotta be always on the grind, making your product better. But on the servicing, it's totally a different game, right? So you gotta be acquiring, you need to learn the latest technology and be ready with the team so you get those projects. So it's a totally different game. So you gotta choose how you wanna do it. So for us, I love innovating, or I love testing a lot of new ideas. So I always lean on this part of building products. So build products, so if you say, this is my perspective, so build products when you know what to build. So that's one simple sentence, but it's like knowing what to build is the hardest thing. Because we assume it's one thing here, looking at it, but it's a totally different game that the client wants, or they don't care, it's a bigger problem. So we would have spent probably a month writing a feature in InfiniteWP, but then 80% of the customer doesn't use it. So we've done all these mistakes. So I would say, build it when you know what to build. Or you could take a crazy ride like me, right? So any questions? Yeah.
Go back in time. Would you start from services and then to products or directly to products?
I couldn't get it.
If you had a chance to go back in time, go back in past, so you would follow the same path again, getting into services and then to product?
Yeah, I would say InfiniteWP idea came to us while we were working on a servicing project. So we were actually building a feature for a client, and we thought, so he actually wanted to build a software which publishes to multiple blogs. And we thought, why not make it to update and do a lot more stuff than just publishing, right? So I would not change a thing. So there are two ways I would say. Three ways. Either you do servicing, make some money like as soon as possible, invest into products if you want to do products. 2, work for someone else and invest your spare time into your ideas, test it, so that way you're safe a bit. 3, put all your savings into it and risk it out if you want to choose that route, like if you want to start immediately, right? So I would always choose servicing because when I finished my schooling, I felt like I wouldn't want to work under anyone. I don't know, I got that feeling naturally. So I would always start with servicing and then come to products. Yeah.
Like a lot of people that build products for WordPress come from a development experience or background. Hello? Whoa. And so, would you say you need to be a developer to build a successful WordPress product business, or can you be more on the business end of it?
Just an idea, so you could, if you're a developer, then you could spend the time, like you could write your code, so you don't have to hire anyone. But if you're on the business side, then you got to convince someone to work for you, or you have to pay their bills. So it doesn't matter.